The seasons start to change. About 10 million Americans are bracing for the effects of seasonal affective disorder, more commonly known as seasonal depression.
You suffer with this.
I do, yeah.
I have a family member that suffers with this really bad, actually. 9 News medical expert Dr. Kohli is here to break down what it is and the steps that you can take now to get ahead of it. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so how many people actually get seasonal depression and who's most at risk for it?
A lot more than you guys would imagine. Yeah, so overall in the general population, it's about 4 to 6% that have all the symptoms of it. But 10 to 20% of people get some form of seasonal affective disorder where they feel a bit of these winter blues coming on. Usually starts about now when those days are getting shorter, the nights are getting longer, we have less light around. And the women are the highest risk. So 4 times as likely as men to get seasonal affective disorder. If you're under the age of 30, you're much more likely to get seasonal affective disorder. If you have a family history of it, if you've had depression, those that have vitamin D deficiency are more likely to get it as well. And certain personality types, believe it or not, the ones that tend to be more neurotic, more controlling, they're higher risk for getting it as well.
Very interesting. Okay, so for seasonal, I have depression. Overall, though, I really battle anxiety. Can you get seasonal anxiety as well?
Absolutely. So it's the exact same chemicals that are involved in seasonal, that's why it's called seasonal affective disorder. Seasonal depression, serotonin and melatonin are what's dysfunctional. Same thing with anxiety. So some people actually get seasonal anxiety disorder where they get more panic attacks, feeling like you're stuck inside in the winter, feeling like you can't get to help, feeling like it's nighttime longer, or they get a combination of both. And that's actually the hardest to treat when you have both seasonal depression and seasonal anxiety disorder. So if you're seeing your anxiety go up, that could be because of the light and the changes in the length of the days.
I would assume in Colorado we'd be more susceptible to it because we have such long winter months.
Yeah, so it's actually interesting. They've looked at the data in Colorado. So if you look nationally, in Florida, it's only 1% of people that get it. In New England and Alaska, where the winters are longer, 9% of people. We're at about 6% because even though we have a lot of snow and the winters are long, our sun is so bright.
Yes.
And so for those of us that spend time outdoors, and this is one of the ways to prevent seasonal affective disorder is to get outside for 30 minutes every day in the winter. That really does help reset some of those chemicals.
Totally.
Yeah.
I also wonder, like, if we stopped this whole time change thing where it stopped getting dark so early, would that change it as well?
Very much so, because it messes up our circadian rhythm. So I talk about melatonin and serotonin, which are obviously implicated in this, but a huge part of this is our circadian rhythm. So the other group that's at risk are you guys, the ones that work at night, the ones that wake up early, that have sort of dysfunctional hours.
Makes a lot of sense.
And when you wake up first thing in the morning and it's dark, that really changes the way the chemicals are released, the feel-good chemicals, the sleep chemicals, their circadian rhythm. In fact, they've even implicated inflammation as a big driver of what could be causing this as well.
Help me and the other millions of Americans out there that struggle with this. What can we do to prevent that? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a little nervous with these months coming up.
Yeah, so Jordan, your risk of recurrence, if you have this, is 60 to 90%.
Wow.
So it's pretty much going to happen every winter unless you do some of these preventive strategies. So you really want to try to spend more time outdoors. Like I said, that 30 minutes a day. You want to make sure you're getting in good exercise. You make sure you're socializing. Check your vitamin D level, make sure that that's normal because there's some evidence that vitamin D supplementation helps. But perhaps the most effective therapy is light therapy. So 30 minutes in the morning, 10,000 lux.
What does that look like? What is
the
light
red light
therapy?
one?
Not necessarily red light. You just need to stimulate your retinas and your skin with light. So you can order these lights on Amazon or whatever.
It's a special kind of light.
Yep. And you want to turn it on for 30 minutes in the morning. I was just talking to Lauren Scafidi. She says she does it 30 minutes in the bathroom while she's getting ready.
Well, that's how she has that much energy.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm going to invest in her. She's a good advertisement
All
for
her
it.
serotonin is upregulated. So if you are someone who's at risk, you're worried about it, or you're prone to it, or you're starting to feel it, this is a really effective intervention.
Yeah.
And it's non-invasive and very healthy and helps to reset that circadian rhythm for many of us.
Well, we got to get that link from Lauren.
Yeah, we know what she's using.
Well, I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, exactly. Very interesting. Affects a lot of people. Dr. Kohli, thank you so much for coming in.
All right, let's get checked.